Very much for that, Piers. Now, from finance to football, entertainment to law, there's no doubt whatsoever that British-born Africans are making a huge contribution across the UK. So why are some people making plans to move back to where their parents were born? There are no fixed statistics on so-called repats, but the BBC Minute team caught up with the one woman from London who was determined to make a life in Lagos.
I don't want people to know I've grown up in England. That's just the truth. So everybody thought I was mad, including my mother. I just always yearned to be a part of Nollywood here in Nigeria. I see a lot of opportunities, so I just want to be one of the pioneers that filled the gap, especially in entertainment. Lagos feels like a big rush. Everything happens in the now. I've broken down a few times, but not to the point where I'm like, okay, I have to give up, I'm going back now. I would return to England to grab McDonald's, perhaps, or the best thing we say, stay for Nigeria, no place like home.
Yewande Osame with the newly acquired Nigerian accent, sharing her experience on moving from London to Lagos there. Well, Charles Sekwalor is with me. He's the co-founder of Movemeback, which is a global members community that connects professionals from across the globe to opportunities in Africa. Thank you very much for joining us, Charles. First things first, which countries are people moving to?
Well, it's a phenomenon across the African continent, but the usual suspects are popular. So Nigeria, as we've just heard, South Africa, Ghana, Kenya, but actually we have all parts of English-speaking Africa, especially in the eastern region, Ugandas, Tanzanias, etc., French-speaking nations. We've even seen Morocco and parts of the southern African nations coming on board too.
But the people that sign up to what you do, they tend to be what, at the more educated end of the spectrum of people who live here?
Yeah, so the Movemeback community that we have, it's global. We're represented in 110 countries, and it probably represents about the 1 to 2% of the highest skilled individuals across the globe who have an interest in Africa.
I mean, it sounds pretty exciting, but do you have any advice for people who want to go back? I mean, what are the kinds of challenges that they face?
I think what we found, which is quite interesting, is rather than there be challenges of infrastructure or salaries, etc., the biggest thing that people are looking for is for right opportunity. So the main factor is finding the right opportunity, making sure that you have something to move back to, and then taking your time to actually understand how to operate in the market, depending on where you're moving to, how to operate in that market.
Something I'm really curious about is the reasons that people move back.
Right. So I think, as the series will show, it's all about the individual and personal preference, but we've seen sort of 3 main factors that have been occurring across many. So firstly, opportunity, the economic opportunity. I think we're in a period where there's an unprecedented opportunity on the continent over the next 20, 30 years, right? So people want to be a part of that. Number 2 is impact. So people are looking for more meaningful ways to work, more meaningful ways to contribute. People want to do things that will affect the lives of millions and also leave some sort of legacy. And finally, there's home, right? People are just getting in touch, reclaiming back their heritage. Africa is in vogue again. Yeah? To give you a personal anecdote, I'm called Charles, but they call me Chale. That's something that I completely embrace now.
You're of Ghanaian origin.
I'm of Ghanaian heritage. And it's something I completely embraced. Maybe 10 years ago, I wouldn't have.
Thank you very much. That's Charles Sekwalor from Movemeback. Don't forget you can get in touch with me and some of the team on Twitter. I'm at Nkem Ifejika. Well, that's all from the program, from me and the rest of the Focus on Africa team. Goodbye.
Britain is leaving the European Union, and President Trump says America's interests come first. After years of globalization, the world looks increasingly divided. At the World Economic Forum in Davos, leaders of industry, politics, technology and culture will explore the divisions facing society. For insight, interviews and live coverage, join me, Sally Bundock, in Davos, here on BBC World News.
Hello once again. Just want to update you on a number of situations from across the world. And first of all, to Europe, where we've had a named storm, named by a number of countries, in fact, such has been the power of the storm. Widespread disruption reported, gusts well in excess of 140 kilometres an hour. It's this massive cloud away